Welcome to the definitive documentary on America's only unsolved skyjacking, a mystery that has captivated the world for decades, the case of D.B. Cooper. It is a story of audacious crime, meticulous planning, and a disappearance that remains one of the greatest vanishing acts in criminal history. Our story begins on the day before Thanksgiving, 1971. A seemingly normal Wednesday at Portland International Airport, but soon, everything would change. A man calling himself Dan Cooper checked in for Northwest Orient Flight 305. He was unremarkable, dressed in a dark suit, tie, and trench coat. A man with a plan. Once airborne, the ordinary flight quickly descended into a scene of extraordinary crime. Cooper took his seat in the rear of the cabin. His demeanor was polite, almost businesslike, as he calmly ordered a bourbon and soda. He passed a note to a flight attendant. The contents were shocking. He had a bomb and demanded $200,000 in unmarked $20 bills and 4 parachutes. The authorities complied. In Seattle, the ransom and parachutes were delivered. Cooper allowed all passengers and several flight attendants to leave the plane. With a skeleton crew remaining, Cooper prepared for the next, most daring phase of his plan: escape. The plane took off again, now heading south toward Mexico. Cooper instructed the pilot to maintain a low altitude and slow speed. Around 8:13 p.m., somewhere between Seattle and Reno, Cooper lowered the aft stairs and leaped out of the plane into the dark, rainy night. He vanished without a trace, carrying $200,000 and leaving behind only a name that was almost certainly fake: D.B. Cooper. The FBI immediately launched one of the most extensive and expensive manhunts in U.S. history. The search focused on the rugged, heavily forested wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, a challenging area to cover, particularly at night and in bad weather. Despite boots on the ground, aerial searches, and leads spanning decades, no parachute, no body, and no significant trace of Cooper were ever found at the presumed drop zone. Over the years, numerous suspects emerged, from former paratroopers to engineers, but no theory ever provided definitive proof of Cooper's true identity or fate. A decade after the jump, a crucial piece of evidence surfaced, offering a momentary flicker of light in the darkness. In 1980, 8-year-old Brian Ingram found 3 decaying bundles of the ransom money, nearly $6,000, while digging near the Columbia River. The money was authenticated as part of the ransom. The discovery suggested that Cooper may have landed near the river, or that the money had washed there over time, but it did not lead to Cooper himself. The recovered money only deepened the mystery, confirming the crime but shedding no light on the man. The D.B. Cooper case closed officially in 2016, yet it remains firmly embedded in American folklore, a symbol of the ultimate anti-establishment fugitive. Whether Dan Cooper survived the jump or simply faded into the mists of the Pacific Northwest, his identity and fate remain one of history's most compelling unsolved riddles.